Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract. I'm going to call it Unknown, set in Whittleton Creek, and supplied to us today by R. Chen 1999. So with no briefing, we'll move straight on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location, and we'll be bringing with us a remote micro taser and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to make our way straight to the house for sale, and in there we will find ourselves a propane cylinder. We're going to avoid the self-detonating cylinder today, as we only need the one. So we're just going to head straight down the street and all the way to the last house on the right, which is the house for sale. And on the right hand side in the plant pot, we will find the front door keys, and we can then let ourselves straight inside. We're going to head straight to the kitchen, and we can grab the propane cylinder from the back of the room here. Once we have that, we're going to then return out to the main road, and we're going to head for all of our targets who are currently and remain located in Nolan Cassidy's house. So Nolan Cassidy and his bodyguard should be just heading into the building, or just out of the building should I say. So they're out on the balcony there. We're going to go in via the garage, and we're going to close the garage door, and we can then use this area for body storage. So we're going to turn off the generator via the kitchen door and turn it back on again, and that will attract the attention of our first target, who is the guard on patrol in the kitchen. So when he comes in to investigate, we can then make our way back up the stairs, and hopefully we can plant 2 in his back. Unfortunately, we get the now more and more prevalent punch glitch, which is showing up quite a lot for a bug that has been fixed. So we'll just pop him with a simple bullet to the head before depositing him in the chest freezer provided. There we go. Cool down in there, you're a bit of a hothead. So we're going to now make our way into the kitchen, making sure that Mr. The Hammer isn't around. He patrols around quite a lot. He's currently in the living room. So we're going to just put a quick bullet into the surveillance system, as that will come in handy later on. We're going to drop our taser on the floor by the kitchen sink and overflow the kitchen sink. And this will attract the attention of either Mr. The Hammer or the guard on patrol in the living room. Either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one we snag first of all. I can see Mr. Hammer heading back upstairs. So we do have the gentleman from the lounge, and when he comes in to investigate, we can then trigger the taser and give him a shockingly bad day. There you go. Well, you could have done the washing up while you were there, sir, but never mind, eh? So with him taken care of, we're going to now place our propane cylinder at the entrance to the kitchen and the lounge area, if we can remember where we left the propane cylinder. And when Mr. The Hammer returns, he will either get distracted by the overflowing sink if it's still running, or he will see this gentleman's body. So we're just going to take his outfit as well. That's going to make things that little bit easier. It's not strictly necessary, but it will make things easier. So like I said, we're just going to place the propane cylinder on the threshold between the lounge and the kitchen, and when Mr. Hammer comes along, he will spot the body, and when he goes to grab and retrieve that body, we are going to detonate the propane cylinder. Now he does go past at a run, so we do need to react very quickly, and we were just about in time there, and we can deal with Mr. The Hammer. So obviously that's going to cause a little bit of panic, so we're going to go and wait in the garage just in case. The bodies will be brought into this area, but at the same time, if there are no enforcers, we could easily just make our way straight upstairs. I'm going to be rather safe than sorry, and I'm going to wait in the chest freezer with our first target until all of the people calm down and go back to their usual routines. So that leaves us with 2 more targets, and they are both located on the upper floor. And as long as Mr. Cassidy and his personal bodyguard are not in the area, we can casually walk through the lounge up to the first floor and around to our right. Now both of our targets will end up in this particular area. One's going to go into the armory, there he goes, and one's going to peek out of the window. So what we're going to do is, once the gentleman peeking out of the window finally stops being a peeping Tom, we're going to drop him with a simple bullet to the head and line ourselves up with the armory, and when our final target returns out through this door, we will drop him also with a simple bullet to the head. So with Mr. the Hammer out the way, no one else will come up here. We don't have to worry about hiding them, and we can then just make good our escape. So as long as Nolan Cassidy and his bodyguard are not in the area, again we can just head straight out the front door and to the nearest available exit, which is probably the bridge exit, but out of habit and desire, I will go for my favourite exit, which is the bus stop exit, as I don't fancy walking home. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of, and we just get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives to worry about, and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.